two things we're going to talk about is finding your butterflies. This is all going to make more sense in a minute. And keeping the flutters. Okay? So you feel like you're drowning, right? We're going to talk about how to find your butterflies and how to keep the flutters. All right? Does that make sense? If it don't, good, because you need to stick around. Okay? The reasons you may feel like you're drowning, y'all, there are a million. There's a million. And those reasons are going to change. They can change hourly. They can change daily. They can change monthly. They can change yearly. It can be nobody's buying any makeup right now. Y'all, everybody's buying makeup. They are. Trust me. It can be nobody wants to join your team, or my team's not doing anything, right? This is I hear these. I hear all these, and I say these sometimes myself. There's life changes. There's job changes. There's spousal changes sometimes. There's family issues. There's all these things. All these things. You are never going to not have reasons to drown. You're not ever. You're always, something is always going to come up, okay? How you respond to that, to those drowning situations, is what's going to make the biggest difference in your business, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about. Everybody's going to drown. They are. You are. I promise. How you respond to that is what's going to make the difference, okay? So here is what I have been in Carrie's brain, and this is what I've put on paper. Hopefully it will help some of you guys get through your drowning, all right? I don't know if you're drowning right now or not. It doesn't matter. Maybe you will one day, but okay. You ready? Finding your butterflies. What exactly does that mean? Okay. Butterflies, aka adrenaline, that energy, the excitement, the rush, the new. That's your butterflies. When you feel little butterflies in your belly, you're excited. You have all these things happening. It could be like whenever you hit a promotion, or whenever you hit yellow, whenever you get that first sale, whenever you book 5 parties for that week, whatever that is, right? That's the butterflies. That's your adrenaline. So that's what we're going to talk about. How do you find that when you've kind of lost it? Okay? Because I'll be honest, I don't always have butterflies, y'all. I don't have butterflies. There's days when I don't have anywhere near butterflies. Okay? You got to find them. We got to find those. Okay. So I'm going to tell you all this little analogy. And there was a conversation today in the Black Status group that was kind of related to this situation. And this lady gave this analogy, and it just already had this planned. And this just like hit home to me so incredibly much. Because most people, if you're married, right, this happens, okay? So here's an analogy, and I think Nathan's still on here. He's going to love to hear this. We have been married for 21 years. We have been together for 25 years. Do I still have butterflies every single day of our marriage? No. Does he? No. No. Good grief, no. So why? We're the same people. Our love is still the same. Nothing's changed. Just things happen. We have kids, finances, whatever. Things happen. He wants to go one way. I want to go another way. Like, things happen. Some people, when you don't have that, that first kiss, that melt, right? They walk away from relationships. People do it all the time. I'm not going to do that, right? I don't want to do that. That's crazy. So we have to come up with ways to find those butterflies, to relight those fires. And there's things that we know that we have to do for our marriage. We go on dates. We have, like, our favorite thing to do is just get out of the house, go pay money for somewhere, maybe even 45 minutes up the street for a hotel room, and we just hang out. We'll go to dinner. We hang out in the hotel room, and that's what we do. We're away from home. We just enjoy doing these things together. So I'm telling you that analogy because it's the same with your business, all right? I am dedicated to him. He is dedicated to me. Not rekindling butterflies is never an option. You just have to figure out what to do. It's the same thing with your business. If you truly, truly, truly love your business and you want to make this work, right, you are going to have those times where there are no butterflies. And you have a choice. You can either walk away from it and go look for another thing that might give you butterflies, right? Maybe that's another company. Maybe that's getting a full-time job. Maybe that's not doing anything at all. Maybe that's starting another small little side business. Whatever, when you get that wandering eye, right? Same with your marriage. That can relate back to your marriage too. Do y'all see the similarity? It's the same thing. So when you start to feel that I don't have the butterflies for this, you've got to get it back. It's not an option. Why do you want to go to another thing? Because the same thing's just going to happen. You're still you. You're still you. And if you're like me, I love the butterflies. I love the adrenaline. I love the energy. I love the excitement. I love the rush. Yes, with that new adventure, it's probably all going to bump in and you're going to have all these butterflies, all these excitements. Y'all, it's just going to level off. It's just going to level off because you're still you. So how you handle that situation of when those butterflies level off, that's what is going to matter the most in your business. That is for sure what's going to matter the most in your business, okay? You have got to figure out a way to get past the butterflies have stopped, but now how do I get them back? Because I love what I'm doing. I don't want to go chase butterflies over here, because if I go chase these butterflies over here, what am I going to do whenever they end? You're back at the drawing board, right? You're back where it all started. So you've got to acknowledge this, and you've got to learn how to deal with that, okay? And it's going to happen all the time. So we're going to talk about a few things that has helped me get back my butterflies, all right? Y'all ready? Y'all want to hear it? Like, let's talk getting back some butterflies. All right. First thing you've got to know is what causes you to have butterflies. In your business, what things cause you to have the adrenaline, to get excited, to have that rush, to feel that momentum? What are those things? So you're going to need to write it down. Not right now, because it's going to be something to me that, like, you're going to have to really think about this and put some thought into it, because this is what's going to get you over that hump, and you're going to quit chasing butterflies and all these different other avenues. Even if it's just stepping back for a while, you're still starting over, okay? So it's going to be different for everybody, all right? But I'm going to tell you some things for me that helps me with my butterflies. Number one, first and foremost, is doing this right here. I thrive on doing these trainings. I haven't been doing them as often because I've been in that slump. And this up here has started getting to myself, right? Thinking that it was a waste of time. Nobody wanted to hear it. I don't know what I'm talking about. What am I going to teach them? What, all of that. This right here is, it burns a fuel in my fire. I absolutely love to get on here and hopefully help motivate and coach you and help you in your business. So trainings for me is massive. A challenge. I love a challenge. I love a flipping challenge. It can be money related. It can be gift related. I don't care. If there's a challenge, I will earn it. I will. I will not stop until I do. It's not in my blood. That motivates me. Competition. I'm very competitive. Some to the point that it's a little bit scary maybe, but I'm very competitive. So put me in a competition with another leader, and you're gonna see some adrenaline. I'm gonna feel some butterflies. I'm gonna feel some excitement and some energy. Recognition. Y'all, recognition is huge for me. And I was in a conversation today with some other leaders in the company, and one girl said, I just don't feel worthy anymore. I don't feel, now that she's hit black status, she said, I don't feel worthy. I don't feel important. I don't feel like I have anything to offer anybody. She said, I just feel lost. Like, what's next? So there was that void, and I was like, it's kind of true. Because getting up to black status, like, that's your goal. That's where you're going. What the heck happens when you get here? So that's where a lot of that conversation was going today, and it really kind of fueled that, like, recognition is huge. Like, I like to be recognized, and I like to know that people want to hear what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, that's just part of who I am. It's just part of something that fuels me. It's part of something that gives me my butterflies. Let me speak at convention. Let me speak at Empower Youth. Give me the microphone. It is empowering for me. So you have got to find out what those things are that give you butterflies. If you don't know, you got to stop where you're at and you got to find them, okay? Here's something else that this is massive for me, change. And as much as it's going to sound cliche, how I just told you, like, you don't need all these changes as far as different avenues of your business, like different businesses per se. Change is massive for me because, number one, I like change. I embrace change. If there's nothing changing, I get bored out of my flipping mind. And it makes me want to go elsewhere and look for something new, something more exciting. My hair, I love to change my hair. I love to change my hair. Furniture, Holy moly, y'all, I can move furniture around my house. If you've been to my house, you can ask any of my customers that come down here into my office and my salon. Everything is usually changed from one 6-week appointment to the next. I like change. It excites me. Painting. I can paint. Our living room has probably been painted 4,000 different colors in the whatever how many years we've lived here, 16 years. I like change. It's the same with my business, right? I don't like complacency. I don't know if that's a word. I don't like to be complacent. I don't like it. So I have to take what I like and I have to put it out into the world. I need change in my business, meaning I have to always constantly be changing the method and the things that I'm doing on a daily basis. If I do the same thing over and over and over, it's easy and it's stagnant and it just makes me want to vomit because it's not exciting to me. It doesn't give me butterflies to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I don't like it. I don't like it, right? So change in that sense for me is massive, massive for my butterflies. Seasonal decorating. Tell me that I can change the decor in my house, y'all, whether it be for a fall, Halloween, birthday parties. Let me just put up my Christmas stuff, right? Because when I put up my Christmas tree, everything changes. Everything changes. My personality, my demeanor, it's warm, it's fuzzy, there's fun stuff about to happen, right? There's all this exciting stuff that's about to happen. That's what's coming. Christmas is the busiest, the most hectic time of the year, right? Do y'all agree? Christmas is the busiest, most hectic time of the year. Do you look at that and say, well, I'm just not going to do it this year? I'm not going to do Christmas because it's a little bit crazy, a lot crazy, and it gets on my nerves, so I'm just not going to do it. Heck no! You do it and you're excited about it and you're embracing it because you know what's on the flip side. The flip side is fun times with your family. You get to see probably people that you've never seen in years. It's entertaining. It's exciting. It's amazing to see the kids' eyes Christmas morning after all of the hecticness. You know what's coming on the other side. Y'all, it is the same thing with your business. It's the same thing. There is this massiveness waiting on the other side. Stop dwelling on the negativity and the busyness and the, I don't want to do that today. Why? Get your butterflies. Get your butterflies going. All right, so that's why you've got to figure out what your butterflies are, and then you're going to run with those, okay? Does that make sense? Let me just read them out. When I find the butterflies are gone, it means I have been still in my business for too long. That is just #truth. If I am blah, it is because I have just been stagnant. I've got complacent, and I don't like it. And it takes me, today Katrina was my girl. I'm like, we need to talk. I need to talk to somebody. And Katrina's my girl, y'all. I'm going to reach out because I am not going to let it overpower and overtake my business. I want my butterflies, and I found my butterflies. So we're going to find y'all's butterflies, okay? All right, so in this business, it's like 50 Shades of Gray, right? I've talked about this before in a training. It's 50 Shades of Gray. It's not black and white. So a good thing about embracing change and change causing your butterflies is the fact that you got a whole lot of room to play with. Nobody is telling you, do this, do that, don't do that, you can't do this, I'm going to call you out on that, no, that's not right. Nobody's going to tell you that, okay? You are your own boss. Do what works for you, and what works for you today, it may not work for you tomorrow, it might not work for you next week. That's the fun part of it. That's not the aggravation part of it, okay? That's the fun part. That's so we're not going to get complacent. I keep saying that word. I asked Nathan today, I'm like, is that the word that I'm looking for? We never really come to an answer, but I'm just going to use it. I'm just going to use it. All right. Here's what happens whenever you get, is that my word? Like whenever you just get, something just fell. Whenever you just get blah, all right? Whenever you just get blah, a wandering eye appears. It does. A wandering eye appears, and you start seeing all of these other things, all of these other avenues, all of these, complacent, so I'm right, all these other things, all these other people, all these other opportunities, all right, all these other opportunities that your eye is catching, what about that? What if? I wonder, I wonder, I wonder what would happen if. But what if I did this? But I can do this and this, and maybe that's my answer, right? Y'all, I do it. I do it. I'm telling you right now, I do it. And here's the reality behind that. Can't do it. You can't do it. You have got to find your butterflies and run with them every single day. Every single day. There's going to be down times. I completely understand that. But if you are going in all these different things, you're here, you're scattered, you're all over the place. You're going to have to zone in, learn to deal with whatever the hardship is that you're dealing with, because if you can't get through it with this business, you're not going to get through it with another business. You're not learning anything. It's part of your learning, building relationship with your business. Okay? Does that make sense? So whenever you start getting that wandering eye and you start to feel no butterflies, stop. You just got to stop. You got to stop. You got to slap yourself back into shape. Call somebody, message somebody, talk to somebody. I don't care what you do. Get in personal development. Find your butterflies. Go back to your list. Go back to your list, all right? And get it. Get your butterflies, all right? You are you no matter what you do in whatever business. You are you. You've got to get past it, all right? So you have to find your butterfly triggers, know them, write them down, embrace them, because that's what's going to get you through it. Now, how do you keep those flutters? So you're going to find them, right? You're going to find them. You're going to write them down. You're going to find what it is. You're going to find what drives you. You're going to find what lights your fire. You're going to find what's going to get you that adrenaline. You're going to do it. But now how are you going to keep it? How are you going to keep the flutters? How do you keep that? Okay, honestly, you're not going to keep it forever, all right? But here's some things that I had to have a little heart-to-heart with myself today, and I had to really say, all right, Carrie, you got the wandering eye, and y'all listen to me, first of all. I am not leaving this company. Like, that is not happening. With my shoulder and my hair business, like, there is something missing there financially for us. And so I do think, all right, well, what if I could do this on the side, and that would help bring in what we're missing financially maybe from my hair business, right? That's where my wandering eye, that's what I'm not going anywhere. All right, don't even, if you were excited that I might be, I'm sorry. Sister ain't going anywhere, okay? So I had to have a heart-to-heart with myself, right? So if I'm going to go and I'm wandering eyes looking at all these other things, how much time and energy is that going to take away from my unique business? Because remember, I've told y'all all this time, I always wanted to retire from doing hair and do unique full-time. Well, it's pretty much been laid in my hands. So I had to have a heart-to-heart with myself and think, okay, what's up? What's the deal? What's the deal, right? Here's what I figured out and what I had to ask myself. Am I really doing the things? Honestly, Carrie, are you doing the things that you need to be doing? All right, what are the things? Book, sell, sponsor. Book, sell, sponsor. That's the three things. Not going live, book, sell, sponsor. That's the three things that is going to catapult your business, okay? Going live is absolutely a part of that. But if you're not doing those three things 100% to your ability, your business is going to suffer, all right? I'm going to read this because I wrote this down and I want y'all to hear this. You cannot sell to the same people monthly. Can't do it. You cannot constantly beg for orders. Can't do it. People are going to, you're going to get on their nerves. And then they're going to start doubting you, okay? They're going to start doubting you. You cannot expect the same people to help you month after month after month after month. You can't do it, y'all. You just can't do it. They're going to do it to begin with. They are. They're going to support you. But whenever they need a refill, yes, they're going to help you. But if you were constantly nagging at them every couple of weeks, hey, girl, do you need anything? Hey, y'all, you can't do it. You can't do it. Imagine somebody doing that to you. You would be like, shut up. No, I don't need anything. If I do, I'll let you know, crazy person. Right? You have to grow your network consistently. You have to be intentional in your post. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready? Because this is kind of a little one that hurts a little bit, but it's truth. Going live without a plan and a purpose is useless. Y'all, it's useless, okay? It is strategic. It is intentional, and it has to be purposeful for your book selling and sponsoring. Okay? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It's useless unless you are going to get a bookseller sponsor from it. All right, so we're going to talk about that. Whenever you go live, okay, you have to be intentional with this, okay? Are you raising your algorithm before you go live? There's a whole training on that, y'all. Google it. YouTube it. Raising your algorithm. It's out there. You have to do these things. It's intentional, okay? Are you messaging with new people, new faces? Are you in Messenger with them that you would love to see on your live videos? Because if you're not, the odds are they're not seeing your live videos. So you know that really cute girl that you've been talking to, right? Message her. Follow up with her. Take 10 minutes before you go live and follow up with these people and be like, hey girl, how's that going? Or, hey girl, I know you've been sick. How's your son feeling? Get in that messenger with them, because then when you go live, she's going to get a notification. It's intentional. It's purposeful, okay? You need a purpose whenever you go live. You always need a purpose. Do you know what you're going to talk about? Like, it's easy to just say, oh my God, I got to go live today. Click live button. We're going to talk about live, and you just kind of, for me, this is totally me, y'all. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I get on here and I'm like, what am I going to talk about now? I don't know what to talk about. What am I going to talk about? And I'm like all over the place. Start writing it down. Like before you go live, like tonight, before I went live. Earlier today, I had made a post where I was asking people how many times they wash their face at night. How many times do you cleanse your face? That was my purpose for tonight. I did a full face of makeup, and while I was doing that, I talked to them about my experience at an esthetician last Friday. So I'm teaching them something. I'm training, hopefully, giving them a little bit of knowledge that was not unique related. I didn't try to sell their skincare to them. I did not. I simply was telling them what the esthetician taught me. I was just paying it forward. That's what I was doing. They're building, hopefully, trust in me that, I did mention our charcoal mask because she said that was like a really phenomenal product that we have. So I said that out loud. But I was teaching them something. All right, people want to be taught something, they want to learn something, or they want to be entertained. You've got to be purposeful in your lives, all right? So what does all that have to do with it? How do you keep the flutters? Number one way to keep your flutters is you've got to recognize your faults. You've got to recognize your faults. You've got to recognize what you're not doing correctly, and you've got to be open to going to other people and saying, hey, here's my problem. What do you think? What do you suggest? And you got to be open. You got to be ready for that little bit of constructive criticism that they may give you. And don't get mad about it. Don't be all girl crazy and get mad. You ask for it. Be open-minded to what they're going to tell you. So recognize your faults. Recognize what makes your flutter the strongest. For me, y'all, it is this. This alone is not going to grow my personal business. But doing these type things for me fuels my fire. It makes me feel good. It makes me excited. It just does. That is my number one thing. So just a little tidbit. Get ready for lots of training coming at you, because you may be like, good Lord, I wish you would shut up. But that's just what does it for me. And so I know that I have to do more of these things to get me mentally for the book sale sponsor, right? Keep your eye on the road. 100% keep your eye on the road. So I'm going to tell y'all just a quick little story. We're almost finished. I don't want to keep you guys on here forever. Our preacher this Sunday at church was talking about this. So we have a highway here called Georgia 400, and it's a 6-lane highway, right? And it's crazy busy all the time. And he said he was driving down the road, and he saw this little squirrel in the median, and he's thinking, that little dude is like going to be like a game of Frogger going across this crazy interstate. He's not going to make it. He's totally going to get splattered. You know, and our pastor is very like, animated, and he's all into it and all this kind of stuff. So he's like, I see it. In the midst of all this traffic, Michelle, I'll help you with the 1010. In the midst of all this traffic, this little dude has one goal in mind, and that's to get across this road alive and on top of the world, right? So he's like, he did it. Like, he just bolted. Like, there was no stopping. There was no halting. There was no turnaround looking backwards. Like, you can't look back on the things that have already happened in your business. Stop looking backwards. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Go forward. Go forward and don't stop. Because if you stop, if that little squirrel would have stopped, he said he would have had a Goodyear tire straight across his back. It would have all ended right then and there. Don't stop on your journey. Look where you're going and go, 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 go. All right? Stop looking backwards. It doesn't matter if you've been at pink status for 2 years. It doesn't matter if you've been green status and you've never re-ranked. It does not matter. Stop looking behind. Stop looking backwards. You run faster when you look forward, right? Nobody can run. Just go try it. Go out in your yard and have your husband time you looking forward and running as fast as you can go and trying to look backwards and running that same distance. Tell me which one is the fastest. We all know which one's going to be the fastest. Stop looking back. Stop looking back and go. All right? You got to get to the other side. That's all you got to get to the other side. Don't look back. Then you're going to figure out. Whenever you figure out what causes your butterflies and how to keep those flutters, you can get through anything and stop the wandering eye. When the wandering eye comes on, that does not mean that you're not successful. That means you've got to refocus, find your butterflies, and get your flutters back. Because if you can't overcome it here, you can't overcome it somewhere else in another business. Does that make sense? I hope that this has helped. Please message me with any comments, any questions. Comment below. I've tried not to really read the comments because I get squirrel syndrome and I won't look backwards. I had to stay focused on what my objective was to hear for you guys tonight. So I will talk about the 10-10. I see a lot of questions on that. I would definitely talk about that. But that's it. That's what I've got. All right. So that's what I got. That's it. Thanks for hopping on. I really appreciate it. Share it with your teams if you want to. Y'all know I'm here. I am here 100% to help you. Like I said, this is not to anyone in particular. It's just things that I've learned. It's just things that I've learned. All right? All right. I love you, girls. I'll go back and answer any questions that you guys have. Shoot me a message if you want to. Go do your thing. Go find your butterflies. Go find your butterflies, sister. Love you, girls.